Hello and welcome back to my tournament of Diabolical Days Rumble Throwdown. We're in the semifinals right now, and we're definitely down to two non-playable superstars versus two playable superstars. And since the two playable superstars are matched up against each other in the semifinals, this will be a one-time deal. And also for the finals, since there's guaranteed to be a playable superstar, that'll also be a finalist. So, two more matches to go, two more playthroughs to go. And unfortunately, season one will come to a close. It's been a pleasure doing this. It's been awesome. I had fun. I learned a lot, and I've grown as a player in this game. And hopefully, all my videos are educational for you and entertaining as possible. So yeah, as you see, I'm doing a two-player demo. So the only card that is banned in a two-player game is the special guest referee, because you can only, because it's like a three-player or more card. Because every time a commentator is turned to be an active wrestler, they have to pass the commentator chip to another player. And also, what I'm going to be doing very different is I'm actually going to strategize. I'm not going to do anything random. So you're actually going to see an actual gameplay playing both characters at the same time. And let's get right to it. Introductions. So representing the green cube down there, as you can see on camera, it'll be Damon Fang, which is to the left. And on the white cube is King Sue on the right side. Everything's prepared and set up. Both of them start at 8. And all is left to do is, I know that I'm supposed to shake a dice to see who goes first, but what I'm going to do instead is a coin toss. So the commentator chip is a coin. So you have this side for Damon Fang, and then you have this side for King Sue. So let's start the coin toss. Come on. So it turned up this side, so Damon Fang will get the start as the commentator. So first, commentator picks the event. So between these three options, and who's the world champion? 44 difficulty. So I wouldn't mind the world champion to be up for grabs with Ralph Winslow as playing as Damon Fang. So now we fill the event pool. So ring royalty is 2 and natural is 3, so that's 5. World champion is 3. Tag team is 2. TV is 1. Yes, and do I do a die roll? Should have read that ahead of time. Let's see. Event pool, page 10. Oh yeah, it does. Okay. So now I'm going to do a die roll for the... Come here, die. 6. So that's pretty much everything I have on the side of the table. Beautiful. Okay, so now each player decides what they want to do. And I'm consistent with both superstars as an 8. They get regular matches. So one gets Red Light Rogie and Nate Storm gets King Sue. Again, I'm consistent that way. And of course, in a 2-player game, they can be a tag team, but they have to be the same faction. So unfortunately, they are not the same faction. Then commentator, which is Damon Fang. So he wants to go first. And of course, I'm going to always let the commentator go first, because when I pass the chip, it's just going to be less confusing. So, unless a situation arises, then, but in this particular case, I'm just going to let the commentator goes first, because plenty of event points in the event pool is available. And then now this is where the preliminary draw comes in. So come in the order of the player order. So I'm sure Damon Fang would not like to be enforcer. It's nice, but no. Movie star, no. It'd be nice for a 2-player game to be direct challenge for the TV title, but I think we want higher goals here by winning. So in his hand, he'll take Late Night Controversy, play it right away, get 2 heat from the general pool. And now the preliminary draw for King Sue, and wants to play this card as well. Signing autographs, so that's a +2 right there. Oh yes, and the champions tag team is Octavius and Leonid. Draco Wolf for the TV title, Julius Squeezer for the national title, and Boulevard the Butcher is the world champion. So now we're done the setting up the event, which I call the preliminary phase. Now we could do the navigating turn phases. So it starts with the active wrestler doing the 4 phases. So roll call will be cut a promo. So it will be his card. So that'd be great. And then next up is Jonah Banks. He rolled a 6, so he gets 2 more heat from the pool. Now get to do the dreadful 1-card shuffle from the action deck. Now this card's eliminated, it fell out of my hand for this time. Oh yeah, and also commentator is supposed to go over here, because an active superstar cannot be the commentator while the active superstar is active, or should I say the original active commentator is active. I've passed the commentator chip to another player. So for Red Light Rogie, it's 12. Any weaknesses? Nope. So he only draws up a DQ risk. So obviously Damon Fang will play 1 crowd point to nullify that card. And also, then to start off with a starting cards, they'll play Spinebuster. So that goes over here in a neutral average move. So that's 2 crowd points there, and he goes up 3, so that'll be 11. And he doesn't have a finisher, so he's going to play 3 more crowd points with Power Bomb. And that'll be another average move, and he'll get a +4, so that'll be 15. And he doesn't want to cut a promo because it's too early. And wins the match, unless King Sue wants to say something about it. And this is King Sue's cards right here, so can't interfere. So the match is over. Red Light Rogie is eliminated, so that's 1 heat for winning, 1 match point for winning. So now he'll go up to 16, and he's an opener, so he gets 1 move. Aerial risk initial boots and a knee pad. So I think the logical choice would be this one, but because it's like taking a chance in the deck, which I did that before and I got burned every time I relied on the deck, I'm going to do the safe thing and just do the knee pads and just dismiss the rest. And he has 3 cards left, so Jobber Security is done. And that's the end of the phase. So commentator chip goes back to Damon Fang. We're going to now play out King Sue's turn with Nate Storm. So the roll call is Defend a Cause. 2 more pop for the event pool. And what I've shown on the card, so she's going to play a finishing card, so that will be an average move, so it gives her a +4, which will beat Nate Storm. And also 2 King Sue gets a +2 over Nate Storm, so I don't think she has to exert herself too much, so she's not going to. So it goes down to the interview. Once again, back to Jonah Banks. And a 1, so she only gets 1 pop. And now the dreaded card that's going to pop up for Nate Storm. And obviously, Damon Fang has no cards to mess with King Sue. Okay, and Nate Storm's card is a steel chair. So I'm going to use 3 unsanctioned points and 2 crowd points to ignore the DQ risk. So therefore, there's no DQ, but I got to roll for injury and hopefully don't roll a 6. The 3 is rolled. So Nate Storm's final total is 11. So she's going to spend 3 crowd points with the spear, the average move. And she'll get her 4. She'll definitely get her 4 points. And then 2 more points for the style, so 14 to 11. Yeah. So 15. So it doesn't matter anymore because It's just not going to steal the show, so she's done. So Mate Storm has been defeated by King Su. So both both King Su and Damon Fang won. So that's one pop for the win, a match point. So she goes up 4, 5, 8, 12. So yeah, just barely over the line of mid-Carter. So Superplex is the first move, which should be good. Oh, fine fist drop and Scorpion Deathlock. Well, it's a weak move for a finisher, so the way I would play this, since I got one choice and the face gets an extra bonus, so I'm gonna take these two special moves right here, and then erase the Scorpion Deathlock. And for Jobber Security, 3 cards, all good. So now I gotta resolve the titles. So tag team titles is now Pam Lava and Pepe Le Pow. I think those two are facing. No, wait, that was Tinashe. Never mind. But anyways, Leonid and Octavius versus Pam Lava and Pepe Le Pow. Combined total is 54 to 51. So it's 1 point difference for the champions, because each tag title is +2 to each. So 30 and 25, that's 55. So let's see if there's any weakness bonus. So yes, Octavius is weak to grapple. So now the challengers are up by a point. Any flyers? Yep. So now that negates the tag team title bonus. So the natural totals is for the champions by 3, but let's see if they can counter. Nope, and nope. So Pam Lava and Pepe Le Pow is your new tag team champions. Draco Wolf and Bradley Buford. Well, Draco Wolf wins. Charity Unkind, world title. 42 to 44, Charity Unkindness, Boulevard the Butcher. Nope. So that turn is over. Need more coffee. So now the commentator chip goes to King Su. And her choice of event as Weekend War Games I'm going to pick, and it's going to be Oscar Cortez. No, sorry, Lester Port, excuse me. So the gimmick is 2, and then for Damon Fang that's 3. National title is 2, TV is 1, and the tag team is 2. Okay, perfect. So next up is the decision. Well, both titles seem extreme. So if I was strategizing both, I would equally want to play against a superstar. Because number 1, Draco Wolf, if I face him now, would be 30 plus 3 is 33. And then Julius Squeezer plus 5 is 27. And obviously nowhere near 13 and 16 respectively is not good. So I'm just going to verify, see if I didn't make a switch up. So let's see, it's 2, 4, 8, 11, 15, 16. Yeah, I did switch it up. Okay. So yeah, as I was saying, both are way too weak to fight for a championship. So you draw a card. So King Su versus Jaheen, and the String Master versus Damon Fang for round 2. Any weaknesses? Nope. Yeah, String Master gets a +2. So commentator, well, not concerned too much about the event pool, so we'll keep it from there. And so both now get preliminary draw by the order. So this one will belong to King Su, a title strip card, and a steel cage. Alright, so next up is now the active. So by the rules again, gotta switch up. Now get a roll call, a face turn. It's an angle card that's playable, right? Nothing happens, already a face. So now go down to the interview. A 1, so gets 2 from the event pool from Glen Disguise. Now the active match. So now, again, if you haven't seen my previous videos, this is your first video. Welcome. If you're not familiar with the game, if you go to mid-carder now, I get to draw 2 action superstar deck. So first card up is Captivating Entrance and a 2x4. So a big decision here. I'm going to roll for a DQ on this one. A 6, so that's safe. Now roll for injury. Hopefully I don't get 6 again. Dope! Got 6. That's okay, I'll just take over the chop. And now finisher, signature. Do I have an extra signature? Oh no, there's extra tires. So I can't play an extra signature, but I can definitely play a basic, which is a 1 crowd point there. So Diving Fist Drop gives me a +3. So tied right back up. So I have, which one is my, I'm going to delete the Scissor Kick and play Superplex, because I can't have more than, oh yeah, and then the difference between Scissor Kick and Superplex is a 2. So we're up to 18. So I'm going to get a +2 without a weapon, without a DQ risk. And I hate to do this, but I'm in serious trouble. So I'm going to play 3 unsanctioned points to draw off extra tire slot and get a side headlock, which doesn't do me much good. But either way, it's just going to be a +1 for King Su anyways. And only card left is title stripped. So let's see, 1, 5, 8, 13, 14. So it's down to 18, and the 2 is 20. So 20 and so I just barely, I mean, King Su loses the match, but barely avoided injury. So loses a match point. It goes down a point. And let's see, 24, 7, 12. Four, 7, 12, 13, 17, 18. Yeah, okay, yeah, perfect. So that turn is over. So now King Su gets her commentary chip back. So the roll call for King Damon Fang, I mean, is late night controversy. So 2 heat from the general pool. And the interview, that's 2, 4, 8, 11, 15, 16. Okay. So 2 heat. Now the interview, and I'm going to roll for the interview. And heels can change their roll by 1, but it's not necessary, so you get 2 heat anyways. Feel like well in control. Now the dreaded superstar deck. So therefore, String Master gets not so fast, so no run-ins are allowed, which is nothing card but brass knuckles. Could be a disqualification risk. So roll the 3, so String Master is disqualified. But then again, well, I rolled the die, so that's kind of cheating, so I'm not doing that. And if I did do anything, it'd still be too much to overcome anyways. But anyways, String Master is disqualified, so still got to roll for injury. And he's injured, so he's got to take out a move, which is Spine Buster. And 4 cards left, so no need to enjoy the show. Then Damon Fang's looking at his card. But he's just going to stick to spending 1 crowd point for the legs of knee pad. So it goes up to 17. And this turn is over. Doesn't want to do anything else. So now I've got to get to reset so I don't mix that up. So that stays flipped because that's an injury. So the result of the championships for tag team is 49. No, sorry, 49. That's too much of a difference. Ooh, Cletus McPeanut and Draco Wolf both sit at 11. So, by draw, still your champion, Draco Wolf. And for the national title, another draw, 27-27. So, but unfortunately, Mad Miguel is your new champion. Unless Damon Fang can mess with that, but he cannot. So, Mad Miguel's your new champion, and that's the end of this event. So now the commentator trip goes back to Damon Fang. So what is he more interested in? Well, he's not going for a title, so he's just going to do Lester Port, where you can look at the top 2 cards of this deck and go accordingly. So only the TV title is up for grabs. And 2 there, and 3 here, and a 1. So next up, the commentator will go first. So Great Galactic Ghoul for Damon Fang, and Obstinate Jaguar for King Sue. And here we go. Oh yeah, preliminary draw. So for commentator order is Superstar Challenge, and for Sneak Attack for King Sue. Now I'm gonna pass over the chip to King Sue. Gonna look at my cards. So I'm just gonna do a roll call. Cut a promo card. And well, I don't think Damon Fang wants any more. But the Damon Fang wants to play Superstar Challenge, so that eliminates that challenge there, and gets Tinashe, which is 2 points lighter. So that's it for that. And roll a die. A 1, so he only gets 1 heat. So now to the dreadful card. So Damon Fang's actual total is 14. So he's going to need a miracle to pull this off. And with injury, as I read the rule book, you can't tap out the same move twice. It has to be different moves all the time. So therefore, the first card up with Tinashe is a 2x4 and Captivating Entrance. So gotta do the 2x4. Oh no, he's safe by injury roll now. Oh no. This gets worse. But he can still stop a weapon in a one shot. So he's got no moves left. And he's got no cards left. He's got no play left. So therefore, it's definitely a squash match. Because 7, so that's down to 10. So that's another squash match. So this will be tapped out for injury. No match. Oh yeah, you do lose a match point. So you're back down to 16. And do I do job or security? No, I do not. So that's the only card left in play. So that's now injured. And now that turn is over. So now let's see what King Su can do against Upstain Jaguar. So this will be the roll call. Dystopian? No. Table match, unfortunately now stuck in a feud with Upstain Jaguar. In a table match. So, really pray for miracles in this one. The rest of the way through the event. So next is the interview. So roll to 2, so that's only 1 pop there. Now do I draw? Well, I want to do that. Hopefully I can't have enough crowd points to do that 18-point special, because that was definitely needed. But I'm just going to spend 2 crowd points to find that captivating entrance twice. And again, if you haven't watched my video, there's only 2 captivating entrants, so just keep that as your notes. And then I'm taking the whole deck and then have to reshuffle. Well, this spare, yeah, that's a large margin, so. So there we go. Now I gotta think strategy here. So 18. Oh yeah, right now I gotta do 2 action star cards. Well, I'm gonna give myself a 20. So that's automatic. And I don't have enough to triple a bonus of any of my abilities. So first card up is Rope Leverage and Steel Chair. So hopefully for a DQ. Nope, no DQ, so hopefully I don't roll a 6. It's a 4, so that's safe. So this is 31 in total. I'm gonna put chits there for marking 31. Now what does King Su do? Well, I guess it's too late to play Captivating Entrance. But the only logical thing to avoid injury is spend 2 crowd points for a +2 over here to avoid injury. So 31, 20, 22. That's just to avoid injury. So I had to play these cards. And, well, I could gamble. For a +6, but then it'd be +8 in total. No, 8. No, 6 and 4 is 10. So 28. So I'll lose by 3 with no plays left, so it's not worth it. So just take the loss and avoid injury. That's all I can do. And no need for job security. 4 cards with Damon Fang. So that ends this round. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. Well, title stripped and a feud, so whatever. I didn't do it, so that's tough. So anyways, for me. Oh, here's a good one. Draco Wolf at 8 +3 is 11. Flip Scott's 11, but with a style bonus, Flip Scott is your new TV champion. And this event is over. So this gets reset. That card on the top there for Damon Fang will remain flipped over because that's an injury. Obscene Jaguar still sticks with King Su. Well, there's opportunity over there. So now flipping over the commentator to King Su. Now King Su is wondering, what do I want in this pay-per-view? And with the table match being DQ risks are ignored by weapons, and she doesn't think she's going to have a chance, so she's going to put the odds in her favor for a DQ risk, and that is with Lester Port Crossroads. So all titles are on the line with 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, and of course 5 for the for the gimmicks, and 6 for the die roll. 2, 4, and 6. And gonna do this as always so I don't get this confused and slow the game down. And of course Damon Fang says he wants to enjoy the show. I would, because with losing that strong move, I'm below. I'm in the opener side, so it's not worth it. Take a rest. And King Su is stuck with the feud over there with Obscene Jaguar table match. Now this becomes. So now draw the cards accordingly. So the preliminary draw is title stripped, and I quit match for Damon Fang. So now the commentator goes to Damon Fang. So now the roll call begins. A superstar challenge. And the interview. So she's thinking, do I have a chance? Because I can only triple one bonus, so 9 and 3 is 12, 14. So 14 at best is 32. No, the 2 captivating entrants is 9 and 3 is 12. 14. Yeah, I said 32. So that just gives a leeway. So with that being said, gonna do the interview now with Marla Jacobs. Face gets a bonus. Only gets 1 pop. And then gonna play 3 crowd points and this. So now with 2 captivating entrances and 1 triple the bonus, so I'm going to add 6 on the table and get 2 new cards this way. Ooh, a good thing. Oh, but unfortunately, well, let's see, leg drop gives me +2. 1, 2, 3 basics. So I'm going to play 1 crowd point, give myself a +1. Discard that. And replace that with the leg drop for a +1 difference. And I can't do anything else because, as you see, no crowd points left. So that final total is 19, 28, 31, 33. So I'm going to mark 33 on here. So now, hopefully, get really for King Sue's sake, and for the sake of King Sue, hopefully get 2 cards that don't mean anything. Like Not So Fast and a cheap card that doesn't draw again, like Pull the Tights, and probably Not So Fast would be the most ideal. Okay, so first card up is Not So Fast. Hey, and a hopefully good card, good card. Oh, what I wanted is what I got, 100%. Woo! For King Sue, I'm so happy for King Sue. So 33 plus 2 is 30. So the winner is by 3. So that ends the feud. That ends this. Oh wait, I forgot. Can Damon Fang mess with this? No, he cannot. So it's official. 33 to 30. Wow, that was intense there. So what happens now is 2 pop for winning, 2 match points for winning, and let's see, the 2 cards option, no sell, and I think this is pretty obvious where this is going. So Tornado, DDT, and no sell will be in my hand. Pull the Tight's a heel move. So Damon Fang would want to... No, well, Damon Fang would want to pay 2 crowd points for his ability because he on his heel draw top card of the disc card gear pile. So there you go. And also he's going to pay 2 more crowd points for that captivating entrance. And that's his turn. That's all the turns. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and then I'll jobber security on King Su. So one flyer submission hold would be best if I just did this, get rid of her Corona. And of course Damon Fang's out of points. Title strip twice, no self, superstar challenge. Well, unfortunately, a title stripped would be ideal to lose. And a sneak attack, unfortunately, now down to 4 cards. So now it's just down to no sell, tornado DDT for later, and superstar challenge in case of emergencies. Now it goes back to the original person. So for enjoying the show, you want to skip a match, or you want to beat. I think he suffered enough, and King Su's ahead, so King Su's gonna play or keep this card in her pocket because, well, you got a big lead, and also too suffered enough. So and because if both players go for the national title, then at this point King Su would get priority, unless well, Damon Fang becomes a flag patriot. So it's still a roll call for Damon Fang. A wealthy? No. Another cut a promo card. So what happens now? If you are wrestling a dark match or enjoying the show, skip rolling for drama. Drama cards may be played. So King Su decides not to play Superstar Challenge. So if you're enjoying the show, draw either card from the ring deck face down to your hand or top card from the gear discard. So naturally, he would rather take a fly for a +1. Well, you'd rather take this card, and then Jobber Security exists. It's too bad. Well, let's see. He has too much cut of promo cards, so he's going to discard those. So what do you want more? A quit or steal cage match. Let's see. Ignore DQ risk. Finisher, signature and finisher submissions. So I quit match is useless. Now I'm gonna play. He's only got 1 crowd point to mess with. Now he's not gonna have another signature move, so he's gonna forfeit that one. Now this one's tough, but which one's lead? And then pull the tights because no, actually, steel cage I'll forfeit too. So his turn's over, no longer injured, back to full health. And King Su will play 1 crowd point to get that captivating entrance back on her hand. And this is after the fact, so she can do that and keep that card in her hand. Come on. Stupid card. I don't know why I did that. So now this goes to Damon Fang now. But first, before I continue further, I'm gonna separate, and then we have to reshuffle the gear deck. Oh yeah, and I gotta resolve the pay-per-view, so instead of going too far ahead of myself, gotta resolve the titles, but let me reshuffle the gear deck. Perfect. So for the tag team titles, we got Milkweed, Assassin, and Hemlock Hayes, no chance. Flip Scott and Sam Cleveland, no chance. Patient 162, no chance because the title bonus is far too great. And, ooh, well, 51. Well, no bonus or anything, so Boulevard the Butcher is still your champion. Okay, next up is what do we want to do now? Well, nothing's going to matter at this point, so I might as well just have the heel get an advantage. So, Eruption, Oscar Cortez. So, put my 5 up, 2, 4, 5. National title is 2. TV 1, Tag Team 2. Shake Die, 5. 2, 4, and 5. Then I think both would want a regular match once again. Oh yeah, table match goes over there. Oh yeah, she gets a bonus, doesn't she? And I forgot about that. I give her 2 more match points. That should make up the difference. Yeah, so I hate being scatterbrained sometimes. At least I didn't forget the information. I remember because you only had 2 match points for the win. This is for the face, and that's for the feud. So now that'll be 23. I'll confirm that. 4, 7, 12, 13, 17, 19, and 4 is 23. Very good. Okay, now we're back on track. So, yes, the regular matches, but starting with the commentator. So that'll be Olympia, and this will be Cliff Bass. Any weaknesses? Nope. But Cliff Bass gets a +2. Alright, so now we get a preliminary draw. A heel turn for Damon Fang, and a brawler for, she wants a reroll, so I want to change. Yeah, I don't want to change at this point because it'll do more harm than good. So if I go down -1, -2, -4, -3, yeah, I go down to point, which is not really worth it. So anyway, an injury goes to her hand. And of course, this is there you go. And that's it. So now the active wrestler now goes to is going to play heel turn on King Sue. So that would be, so it should stop the bonus. So what does King Sue want to do at this point? Can't really stop it. So guess now I just gotta flip the board because can't stop that card. So so for those who's watching or trying to learn the game for the first time, that heel turn forces a card or forces the player to turn the faction. So that reason I would do this, because I'd stop the babyface bonus, and also not have to discard any face cards, which King Su does not have. And I'm gonna put the rest back on the board. And no point trying to recover the one captivating entrance because Damon Fang has currently possessed the other one. And I didn't do a roll call yet. He just played a heel card because, well, he's sick and tired of the bonuses. They're not fair. And he's going to do cut a promo. But after this roll call here, so late night controversy from the general pool. And then cut a promos played. And I got rid of sneak attack, so that would be 10 unsanctioned crowd points. So this will substitute the interview every time this card's played. So now from the 6 and 4. So it's a substitute all your interviews when you play it. Place 10 tokens to top out to take out any tokens you want, and then this card is out of the game. I guess made a bad play to get rid of sneak attack. So now he's going to do that. And then he's going to take out 2 for the main card. And then 2 for this part right here. And looking at his cards. And he wants to do 3 more for the finishing card. And that's it. So it's not going to take any more. So this interview has been canceled. So now it's match time with Olympia. So for the first card is Not So Fast, so no run-ins, and Signature Chant for 2 more cards, Rope Leverage, and No Sell. So no DQ risks are involved. So he's going to play 3 match points to cancel out all these cards. So No Sell will no longer be in effect. Then he's going to do 3 crowd points as he planned to get a +1 advantage. So next up is now pull the tights as a heel. So draw a new card. So now you're at 20. So let's see what the points are. 1, 4, 6, 10, 15, 18. Good thing I double check. So yeah, it's 3, 5, 9, 14, 18. Okay. So 18 plus 2 is 20. Then I'm going to do a conversion over here. So that's a plus 2. So that would be 22. So well, he's going to burn the remaining crowd points to get rid of Swift Justice and go with the Heart Punch instead. Got no more plays left. So 2, 4. It's 22. So that's a loss of a point. So like I said, you live by the cards, you die by the cards. Well, not literally die, but you know what I'm saying. No, I should say that different. I'm going to say instead, you live by the cards, you get burned by the cards. That's probably a better way of doing it. Of course, I'm old school. I don't think of things. So Olympia's done. It's a loss. So now King Su has his turn. Has her turn. So now this will be roll call for King Su, defend a cause. So that's 2 pop from the general pool. And then she's gonna play 3 crowd points right off the bat to substitute her finishing move with a tornado DDT. So difference is 4 plus 2 for that one. And she's not gonna play any more cards. So it's down to the interview. Is a 4, but heals can adjust, so I make that -1. So she gets 1 heat for that. And King Su will not take any chances, so she'll play this and triple the bonus. And not play any cards. Then our first card up with Cliff Bass is Captivating Entrance and a signature chant. 2 more cards, a steel chair, and the brass knucks. So I'm just going to roll with a DQ. So the first roll is a 5. That steel chair is safe. A 6, that's safe. So hopefully on the first injury risk. I don't. Oh crap! Now this gets tapped out, and no 5 or 6. That's good. So only 1 injury. So Cliff Bass' final score is 25, 27, 28, 33. So Cliff Bass' final score is 33. And I didn't get a new card for playing that. So Body Scissors, which is a useless card. So I guess King Sue did not want to do this, but she's going to play no sell. So that takes her down to -5 because Cliff Bass's finishing move is Class Warfare with is a 5. So 23 minus 5. Is that, but you get the style bonus, so that down to 20. So with 20, 22, 23, 25, now the 28 is the final score. And with King Sue, 6, 4, 10, 14, 17, 22, 23, and 25. So it's 24. 24, 9 is 33 because of this card. So 4, 10, 14, 17, 22, 23, 25. Yeah, that's right. So taking 25 minus 1, so that's 24, and then add a 9 is 33. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I got 5, so that's stealing the show right now in favor of King Sue. What would be ideal? Then if he plays the card, then you play the card, then that means King Sue will get an advantage. So I think I'm taking a risk and not saying anything. So the winner, King Sue. So that's 2 heat, 2 crowd points for that. And then I'll mix these cards up with that deck. So 1 custom prop, 2 Sensagiri, and 3 for basic. And then looking at my cards, I'm going to take this custom prop for sure, and then I'm just going to pick it up and discard for a roll call security. Of course, no cell gets buried under there. And I'm going to keep Captivating Entrance in my hand because I'm going to play 1 crowd point to that. Discard Body Scissors. And gotta discard 1 more. You know, I feel bad for Damon Fang. I'll just discard that for 4. No, there's a bonus involved because stealing the show. So I'm just going to give us another match point right there. And that ends all the turns. So now I got to resolve the titles. So for Tag Team Champions, Karma, Shellfire, and Wildcat. Then TV title, Flip Scott, Hell on Wheels. Kygerius, Mad Miguel, and that's the end of that one. So now this originally goes to King Su. Alright, so what does King Su want to do? Kind of feel sorry for Damon Fang, but for the tag team titles, you're too weak, so I'm going to play Ralph Winslow in case he once again turns babyface. So, therefore, that'll be 1 for TV title, 2, 3 for Unnatural, 2 for Ring Royalty, and a 1. So, gonna go for the national title for Matt, and then a regular match for Tinashe. Oh, got drawn. With that being said, now we know Pepe Le Pow is gonna advance to the finals because he's in possession of that. So they're okay, we're ready to rock. So preliminary draw is a heel turn. And preliminary draw Superstar Challenge. And what else? Then we go to the phase. So now this jumps over. Roll call, an injured card. So gotta top out this one. The Inca as well. Damon Fang's way behind. So the Superstar Challenge will be played in the drama phase. Because doesn't want to. So what happens now? The Superstar replaces any other Superstar you were supposed to wrestle if it was a dark match, title match, or feud with another player. So Mad Miguel goes here, wrestles a regular match to Brianna Braun. And any dirty tricks? Nope. No dirty tricks. So now shake for the interview is a 1. So you only get 1 heat from Jonah Banks. And now we wrestle with Brianna Braun. And Brianna, any bonuses? Nope. But Tinashe gets a +2. So first card up for Brianna Braun is Captivating Entrance and Not So Fast. So 20 to 28, stealing the show right off the bat. And nothing Damon Fang can do to stop this. So the match is over. So 2 heat for King Su. 2 new match points as well. And I'm just going to move Tinashe off to the side. And then DQ risk. Chanta support, custom tights. Well, that choice is obvious. And then she's gonna take a crowd point from the general pool for the extra reward for stealing the show, because she wants to stay as a national. Then roll call jobber security is what I meant to say. So heel turn is a useless card at this point, so that's an easy discard. Title stripped. Nah. Well, actually, she's going to play 3 crowd points for custom prop. I don't know where to put this card. I'm just going to put it at the bottom. And then, do I have tights? No, she'll play another 2 for custom tights. And then that's her 4 cards. So there we go. Now this turns over to this, and roll call for Damon Fang, 1,000 holds, no holds barred. I really wish to save that. What Damon Fang really wishes you saved that card. So now do this interview, but instead do a cut a promo to grab the remaining 3 crowd points and discard this for the rest of the game. And I'm going to put it back in the box because I can't play that card once I get back to 1 player. So, and obviously Damon Fang has to do this. So he's going to spend... Oh, no, he's going to play Captivating Entrance before reversal. That's worthless. So he's going to burn 3 crowd points just to drop the reversal card and get a new card. Philosophy, so any submission finisher, nope. So these 2 cards are junk, and he doesn't have any crowd points to stop the onslaught. So Damon Fang ran out of luck, unfortunately, it looks like, and King Su will definitely So first card up is Chanta support, no sell, so that goes with the finisher, and oh yeah, and then another. So hopefully there's a DQ on Tinashe, a double DQ, so you're saved for the round, but you're still stuck with Tinashe. So that goes there. That goes nowhere. And no longer injured. So this is just now for the TV title. Deacon Beacon. That's not gonna fly. So that's it for that one. Now, the original commentator is Damon Fang. Nah, I'll play it this way because you know he's going to enjoy the show anyways. So we're going to burn the face cards with Ralph Winslow. So only the TV title. So 6. And now the good old die roll. Oh, and +2 for the feud. That's right too. And now the die roll, a 4. And then King Sue will pick up that card. And then I shuffle this whole deck again. And then next we'll get Mad Miguel. Beautiful. So we didn't do any preliminary draws. No. So, okay, preliminary draws starting with White, Superstar Challenge, and Sneak Attack for hit. Damon Fang. So now the active wrestler is a heel turn, so nothing happens. Superstar is a commentator. Rather take a risk, so that's a 2, so I'm gonna take a risk with the Superstar, the Crypto Keeper, so Mad Miguel's getting a +6 right off the bat. So therefore, okay, so Mad Miguel is 33, 38, just without even touching anything. So now I'm just going to do this 2, 3, 2 and 3 here. So now that's playing 2 with +6, so I make that 18 right off the bat. And then 2 new cards. Reversal Face and a Stable. Well, Stable seems useful. 12 point. So now I have Not So Fast, so get rid of at least that one run-in. So first up is a DQ risk and a 2x4. Hooey. What a lousy way to end this, or go about this. But anyways, gonna roll. Well, that's a DQ against me, so that's a loss of match point, and I do get 1 heat. These two go to the discard pile, and I have no crowd points to work with to get it back. So Mad McGill hangs on. Crypto Keeper goes to the box. So now Jobber Security, well, I guess Reversal is useless card, and I'd say Title Stripped is a useless card as well at this point. Because can't play it against a superstar, and Damon Fang's so far behind. It's sad. So stuck in a feud, you can't enjoy the show, so the roll call here is a face turn. So now I gotta discard a heal card, which I do not have. And then there's 3 from the general pool. So he's got something to work with at least. And now the interview, which we already know Superstar is a commentator. So that's a 4, so gets 3 pop further. And this card automatically gets drawn to Steady Eddie. So now we got a big uphill battle here. So naturally he wants to spend 2 crowd points to ignore whatever pops up from the Superstar action deck. Then he's going to do 1 more to get himself a +2 for converting this move. Then his only chance of winning is just pay 3 crowd points to drop Relentless Ferocity. Draw extra attire slots, which is not really helpful. So therefore there's another injury and a loss. But, oh no, can't do a running because we're no longer the same faction, so that's unfortunate. So, yeah, this was no longer topped out, but this card is for a new injury. So, but you know, she felt sorry for Damon Fang, so gonna play DQ risk for a new card. And then Tinashe will roll for DQ risk. It's a 6, so I just was redundant anyways, but had to do it. So it was just terrible. So another injury, another $1. So everything gets reset now. Just that all the way around. So 4 cards with King Sue. 3 cards with Damon Fang. This now just for the TV title. Oh, yeah, he also got it. Well, if you got another fate +2 for a face. I mean, like I said, it wasn't going to matter much because she was at 28. And then even with 4 minus 5. Oh no, wait, just 1. Yeah, it was 4 minus 5 at this point. And then so yeah, it was bad. So new injury top out, that's done. Yeah, Steady Eddie was it. And then for the TV title, Vile Kyle, no thanks. So this event is over. Now down to the second pay-per-view. And finally this rivalry is over. So how many cards go on 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So she wants to go for Mad Miguel once more. And wants Oscar Cortez. So 2, 4, 6, 8 for all the titles, 5 for all the gimmicks, 2 for No Holds Barred, and 4 for the die roll. So she wants to go first. Guess we established everything, so now we just do a preliminary draws. And shoot interview again. Then she's going to take her first 2 crowd points, getting captivative entrances back to her hand once again. Sorry, this is redundant and boring, but that's the house rule, or that's the actual official game rules of this Diabolical Days Rumble Throwdown. When you have to search the whole deck, you have to shuffle the whole deck. I really feel bad for Damon Fang. But, I mean, that's why I got World Plus twice for King Sue. But who will automatically be seated in the finals, Pepe Le Pow or Tinashe. By the way, it looks like it's going to be Pepe Le Pow. So now, did I do the interview? No, I just did preliminary draws, that's right. So now this is the roll call. Grappler, keep drawing. Depth of character, so there's nothing here, so nothing happens. Then the interview. So heel wrestlers get a difference of 1. Don't need it, so just get a +1. And then right off the bat, we're going to have 3, no, it's 2, 4, 4, 5, and 6. Two new cards, Reversal and Relentless Ferocity, which is a submission move, which I don't care for. So now we're going to go with 2 card draws now. Oh yeah, I forgot if Damon Fang wanted to interfere. No, he said no. He knows he's done. He knows he's done, which is very sad. But he knows he's done. Completely finished. Stuck in a feud he can't win. First card up is Gang Up, so he'll take a +5 right off the bat. And he'll do brass knuckles. Both DQ risks. I got nothing to work with. So, gonna have to roll for it twice. So this is for gang up. A 3. Under Oscar Cortez, you're safe. And the weapon, 3 again. Brass knucks, you're safe. And I didn't. Oh no, that's an injury there, so -1 there. So to sort out this whole mess, Mad Miguel, 27. Oh yeah, I forgot you got +2 for the bonus. I'll be right back, folks. Okay, I'm back. So where I was going to count Mad Miguel. So 27, 5, 32, 34, 39 is the final score. So this is a +20, +22. So 22 is 50. Whoa, actually I don't need to go that high. Oh yeah, and a -1. Yeah, I'm going to do it anyways, but so actually this is a +2 here. So 39. So hopefully I don't go overkill. So I'm at 28 because of that injury there. So that's 46 to that. No, like 28. I'm sorry, viewers. My brain is just scrambled again. Stupid phone calls. So it's 28, 30, 32, 51. Actually, I'm not going to do the scepter. So that's a 10-point difference. I want to keep it a 10-point difference. So Damon Fang, does he want to interfere? No, he does not. So your new national champion, King Sue. That's done with injuries. Well, I gotta keep that. So 2 for Heat for winning the title, 2 for the match, 2 match points. And then DQ risk, choke slam, DQ risk. Wow, I'm gonna take the 2 DQ risks. I'm just gonna discard all of that actually. Because of jobber security. So relentless velocity goes bye-bye. Reversal I'm going to keep because I want to be nice to clothesline can go bye-bye. I'll be nice. Do I want a stable? No. You can have the stable card, but you can't draw it, so down to 4 cards again. So I just want to make sure this is correct. 10, 15, 21, 25, 33, 34, 36. And I stole the show, so naturally one more. So one more time. 5, 10, 15, 16, 22, 26, 29, 34, 35, 37. And then went down to jobber security. So now this is for antagonist. No. Defend a cause. Be happy to take a 2-pointer. And then, because again, felt so sorry for, we're going to do a charity act here. So angles can be played at any time. He's going to play it on any time on any player. So King Sue feels very sorry that this happened. Terrible tragedy. And one-shots can also be played during a match on either participant, so that's very good. So next up is the interview, but he's going to do 10. He's going to play shoot interview for all 10 crowd points. Now this is out of the game. As no shoot interview comes back to the deck on a 1-player game. So he's going to take all 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 10. And I'm going to check the rule book on that whole face card thing, so I'll be right back. Sorry viewers, I thought I had that camera rolling. So anyways, for Damon Fang, he played shoot interview. So he got all those crowd points. King Sue added more to the pile because it felt very bad for Damon Fang. And my question is, can a heel play a face card on a face? And that's the answer. That yes, Diabolical Days Rumble Throwdown, you can play a one-shot card on an active face even if you are a heel. So that's kind of nice to know that officially. Yeah, and with that being said, the shoot interview now that's over. So Damon Fang's going to play 2 crowd points to cancel out the superstar deck entirely. And everything goes. So, gonna play 3 crowd points to get rid of Heart Punch. So now you can play face and get another card. Can you get another signature in there? No. And I wouldn't want to anyways. But then get 2 new crowd pops for the event pool. What else can he do? What other nice things that could have played reversal, but I decided not to. So I'm going to play, so what, Tinashe is now a 28. So still down by a lot, and don't have a, oh no, you're still down by a lot. 3. So, going to get rid of low blow, get a new card. A stable. Definitely want to do a stable. So now you can grab 2 discarded. So he wants to grab Steady Eddie. Let's see, 50s. And yeah, and Draco Wolf. So now it's gonna do a, oh yeah, all DQ risks are ignored. So that's a +7 for that. And you're only, if he had a stable card, he could add more to the misery or add more to the pain. So your net difference is 10 minus 3. So that's 7. So you're at 25. So I want to verify 1, 3, 5, 9, 14, 17. 1, 3, 5, 9, 5, 14. Oh, it's actually 17. So 7 is 24. Well, in real life, no one that had a face card of reversal. So all that did was cancel the injury. So you lose by 4. And nothing you can do helps. And, well, I hate to burn this card, but that's the only play he has left. So extra tire slot would be gone. Effective hate goes into play. So I'm going to do one last chance. Gorilla Press, which is a signature move that can't be used. And nothing makes a difference. So that's another loss, but no more injury. Oh, and what was it? Let's see, 28. So it's a loss of 4, so you at least avoided injury. And we know now Pepe Le Pow will make it to the finals, more likely, unless the deck gets reshuffled, which probably likely will happen. So how many cards left? There's 2. That's fine. So now I've got to resolve the titles. So 23 and 11-11, so that's not going to work. And for the world title, Tasia Torn. So the deck is empty, so now it's going to be reshuffled. So that means another chance for Tinashe. So I'm going to play 2 crowd points. Oh yeah, and everything is reset over here. And everything with that's right, she just won the King Sue won the national title. So first off is the final event. With Donna Jamie's no title except for the TV title. So that's 1, and then 2, and then 3. Dice roll 5. 2, 4, 5. So next up, I think King Su would want title for title. And he's in limbo. So he's just going to draw this regular superstar match, which is Druidus. Alright, now preliminary draws. So this preliminary draw goes depth of character, reroll, and face turn. Alright, welcome back to part 2. So on part 1, just ignore the last 5-10 minutes when I drew up the eruption card, because that was completely all wrong. So I resetted everything back to the way it was before I made that mistake. So I'm going to restart to the part where I'm making a mistake. So this injured card that popped up here actually applies over to, and this was on Damon Fang's turn, so I tapped out the injury. So now I'm going to do Superstar as a commentator. And I did not mess up the Superstar deck, so we're safe that way, so it's not a total disaster. So I rolled a 6. So for the interview, since I messed up the pool, I'm just going to give out 3 points. And the card drawn is Karma Shellfire doing the interview. So passing it on to her. The commentator chip, that is. And now the actual wrestling match. And do I want to keep the stable? Sure. Keep the stable in case I need it. Any bonuses? Unfortunately, Druidus gets a +2 because it's strong against flyers. Alright, so going for first card, Signature Chant, Effective Hate. So it's 3 new cards, not so fast, so run-ins are not allowed. Chant to support, Gang Up. I'll just do a +2 to ignore the DQ risk and a DQ risk. So 1, 2 start off with, 1, 2, 3, another card. Okay. So this is canceled, so I can't do nothing. But actually what I can do instead is draw 2 crowd points to eliminate all of this. So no DQ risks. So I canceled out the 2 cards. So all this is for nothing. What else? So now it just leaves Karma or Druidus at 19, so +2 advantage. So I can't ask for another run-in. And I don't have a point. But I read on my last video, I read, can a heel play a face card on a face? The answer is yes. So chant of support. So I guess because King Su played the card that it's a +2 on a face turn and a +3. So therefore, your winner in this match is Damon Fang. So 2 crowd points for the win, 2 match points for the win. And then 2 out of 3 choices here, so signature, basic. Well, this one's definitely out, so Damon Fang will grab these 2 cards. And because he's a face, Damon Fang is desperate to get more level ups, so a match point would suffice. And go up to 20. So 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, 17. Oh yeah, I forgot the injured card. Well, anything else? Actually, what can you do? I'll probably burn a captivating entrance card. Then that will settle that, keep the game going. Do I have a leg attire? Oh no, this would be wrong because chat. What were the other 2? No, you had those 2, so body slam. None of these would make a difference. So, anyways, I'll just take 1 card off of here. Then 1 and 3 for the knee pad, and body slam will go be discarded, and I already have that. So. And then depth of character won't matter, so I'll discard that, and then I'll end his turn. All results are the same anyways, because one was to nullify and the other one was to help out. So keep the game flowing, everything's cool. One, 2, 3. Oh, they cancel each other out. No, it's Druidus. Oh yeah. You're right. 17. Okay, you're right. Got it. Yeah, okay. We're good. We're good. No more switchy. So that just ends Damon's Fang turn. So now let's get the official count. 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, 17, and 20. Good. We're good. Okay, now crossing over to Now defend a cause. Now it's 2 for the event pool. I'm not going to question. Well, I burned 1 already. So before I turn heel, gotta spend 1 last heat. No, I can't. Okay, I know I had defend a cause in the. No, I had 2 face right here and then 2 more. So that's 4 in total. Now I flip the board over. Oh yeah, this is national title, so I'm going to play that to my hand actually, because national title no effect. You're right, national title no effect. So this stays right where it is. I still get my heat. I still keep all my cards the way it is. So nothing happens, but I will pick up 1 more match point to get that captivating entrance back into my hand after playing it. Okay, so that's all that is fixed up. Now, the interview. Superstar commentator, but Damon Fang will play sneak attack, so he gets a pop. For that. And the no interview. And an injury. So now down to a 3-card draw. Whoops. Of course, we know King Sue's favorite trick. 2 here. Total of 3 points. Captivating entrance for 1 of them. So 2 new cards. Reversal again and not so fast. So now we're going to do a 3-card draw, see what happens. And of course throw in a scepter for a +2 over there. Again, triple the bonus part can be played at any time, so. But the captivating entrance has to be played before any other card is drawn, which makes sense in real life. So next up, first up is Gang Up. Second card is Captivating Entrance of his own. And a steel chair. So, gonna roll for DQ. That's safe. And of course I'm gonna gamble on a +5 for the gang up. A double DQ. But not so fast. I'm gonna play to ignore that entirely. So that's another card right there. A signature weapon. Ooh, nice card. But I don't have a weapon. So I'm going to draw up Effective Hate. So that's 2 crowd points and another card. Oh, it's a weapon card, so I better be careful. Then again, I can have that as my signature weapon. So, okay, I'm going to... Oh yeah, I ignored one card. So I said the steel chair was safe, so now I'm going to roll for injury. I'm not injured, I didn't roll 6. So final score, 51, 54, 55 is his final score. And we got 36, 48, 50, and 53 in total. Seems like I'm out of those chits for some reason. Well, I'm just going to make 53 a different way. So again, 36, 38, 41, 44, and that is 53. Yep. Too bad I don't have any style bonuses. So this is my trick now. I'm going to play face and defend a card because they're both angle cards. And angles can be played at any time, including myself. So I'm going to start off with those two. So I'm going to put everything off to the side. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to back that up a bit. How many points do I have left? 3 crowd points. Actually, I'm going to do this instead before. I'm going to spend my remaining points instead to drop German Suplex and drop another card. Not so fast. So now I'm going to play my 5. So 2 from the event pool and 3 for the additional face turn. So just bear with me for 1 second. I gotta move everything around. Then all my tokens. Let's see, what else is there? I'm going to ask a question now on my phone. So, okay, so in Diabolical Dave's Rumble Throwdown does a when turning face during a match, does the heel card effective hate still counts in the match? So, according to this, the answer is no. So then now I go down to a -3 because of that. So now I'm 50. No, actually I'm 49. I cannot ignore that card that I'm injured. So to recount everything, 36, 38, yeah, 49 is correct. So I'm going to play 2 reversal cards instead. Draw 2 new cards. And flash a robe, chicken wing crossface there. So I get to play these on my side, so that's a +4. So he goes down, and then 53. Got his reversals. Change the target of any one-shot or weapons in play, which I did. So I know I hate counting over and over again, but I gotta make sure so there's no more mistakes. 36, 38, 47, okay, I'm going to start this all over again. Sorry, folks. I'm just 5, 10, 15, 16, 22, 26, 29, 34, 35, 37. Going to do this 5, 10, 15, 16, 22, 26, 29, 34, 35, 37. Okay. Now, 2, 5, 9 is 14, and then add a 13. So that's actually 50. Yeah, 37. Well, okay, 36, 38, 39. OMG. 37 establishes the base. 39. Okay, yeah, 36, and then go down to 39, 48, 51. Nine is 47, 50. So do I have a body tire? No. So I'll play one crowd point just to make sure. So 510. Actually, I'm just going to use a calculator. So on the table, 5, 10, 15, 16 on the table, on the top, 6, 10, 13, 18. On the side, 1, 2, 3. So that's 37. No. Okay, that's wrong. 5, 10, 15, 16. Okay, that's 16. That's correct. On the side, anywhere, I have +2 on the robe. Then 10, 18, 39 is actually the real deal. So I didn't count for that thing down there. So -1 for injuries, 38, +2 for the scepter, and then 12. So now I calculate everything carefully, so it's 52 and 51. Oh yeah, and then the reversals. So that's another 4 there, so that's 56. So that's New World Champion stealing the show. Whoops. Yeah, that's right, because I had 2 reversals against him. That's right, too. So new world champion stealing the show. Again, thank you for your patience. I know this was crappy, but yeah, I don't know where to put this card. So put everything off to the side now, clearing this up. So 3 for the win. Three for that. The difference in titles is 2. And then all 3 cards will go to King Sue. So gang up. Okay, gang up, gut ridge suplex, and super kick goes to King Sue's hand. This goes away. Where else is there? I didn't give myself 3 match points for the big win. That was another one. So, and the extra for face and a rivalry. No, I had 16. No, I had 2 and a 1. 3 match points is 4 and 1 more. Okay, so that's for the face and stealing the show. Okay, that's right. So basically now there's nothing left to settle except for the TV title, Octavius, but that's not going to make a difference. So your new vacated national champion is Frenzy. And I'll be right back. Sorry for the millionth interruption. And so King Su is your new champion. So King Su is going to play 2 more cards. Get those cards back. And then I'm going to do another official count one last time. And so on the table, 5, 10, 15, 16, 23 on the table. 2, and that's it. 10, 15, 18 there. And another 3, so that's 46 now. So that's the official total, 46 for King Su. Now I gotta do jobber security before I start the next event. So super kick, I'm gonna definitely get rid of that. Signature, I'm definitely getting rid of that. Cross wing chicken face because that's weak. Gut wrench suplex. So I'll go over here, and I'm going to switch it up for 1 crowd point to an additional point. Then I'm going to just drop 2 not superstar challenge because I'm going to do anything it takes to defend the title now. So that's that game right there. Back to King Su. Next up for the final card is Weekend War Games Oscar Cortez. World title is up for grabs. So that's 3. 1 for TV, 2 for tag. 2, 3, 4, 5. So he doesn't think he'll take on Frenzy. His partner's 24, and you're 20. So at least you get 1 more run in. So therefore, just to have dignity intact, it'll be for the tag team titles up for grabs in this event because Damon Fang knows he's cooked. He did his best. Just bad luck, as it can happen sometimes. And get the official count on Damon Fang. So that's 1, 3, 5, 14, 17, and 20. Yeah, okay. Alright. So I'm just going to do this over again. So 3 for the world, 1 for TV, 2 for tag, and 5 combined. Do a 3. Done. Preliminary draws. Oh yeah, and your opponent is the Deacon Beacon at 49. Preliminary draw for cut a promo and Beastmaster. No. And sneak attack. Okay, let's get ready to rumble with this. And we have another World Plus. We'll find out. But Deacon Beacon gets a +2. And we'll figure out the tag team later. So now this will be the roll call. A technician, no. Technician, no. Me to fan, 2 points for heat from the event pool. And Superstar is a commentator, so let's see what happens with that. A 4, so that's a 3. But Damon Fang will play Mean to Fan, so that'll be a heat for that. And no interview, so that's canceled. And then top out this one. So we know the tricks now for King Sue. A freebie. 2 new cards off the deck. So we'll see what happens with Deacon Beacon. And of course, we'll go pull off all the stops. So no sell, so that goes bye-bye for my finishing move. Then we got a steel chair and a 2x4. So I gotta roll for 2 DQ risks. First one's safe with a 6. 2x4 is a double DQ. So with DQ, there's a World Plus. Your winner is King Sue to the finals. Doesn't matter, it's double DQ, hanged on to the belt. So that's an automatic win for King Sue going to the finals. Big congratulations. So all is left now is jobber security. That's right. Get rid of body slam. So that's it for this. But I'll play the tag team route. So what would have been? So jobber security is done. So now this roll call. Me to a fan. So Damon Fang will not. Well, it doesn't matter, but Damon Fang doesn't want to do a heel turn, so spend 2 pop to get rid of a heel turn point. So then now Superstar as a commentator. So go right ahead, make my day a 5. So you got 3 pop. So yeah, this game's officially over with 2 events left. I'm just gonna play this out anyways. Oh yeah, and the interviewer is Charity Unkindness. And for 2 crowd points each, the superstar deck is canceled. So I don't need these anymore, so I'll put it up here. Pepe Le Pow, Pam Lava. So that's 54, 56, 58. So this team is 58. Oh yeah, and he's got to pay 2 crowd points for the keeping the team. Alright, so 58, subtract 20, and take away 30. So now the question is there any style bonus? Flyers, no. And no. So flyer, unfortunately, that's a +2. So now you're at 60. That 6 will mark 60. So now we're down by 10. So I'm going to ask another question. In a 2-player game under stable card, can I use the other member as a run in? So the answer is no. So I cannot, unless I was the enforcer, then that would have been a different story. So down by 10. Oh yeah, I canceled out the Superstar Action deck. So the most is going to happen is in this situation. I really can't help. So he did his part. He doesn't have no sell or nothing. He canceled out those 2 cards. So I guess gang up with a +5 is the most. And then draw a card over here. Then go roll for a DQ risk for a +5, and that's safe. So that's a -5. So he can't even win the tag team titles. Yeah, nothing else, and I can't use Steady Eddie unless I was an enforcer. So it doesn't matter at this point. So still your tag team champions, Pam Lava, and by 5 points. So only thing left is just a TV title, which is Jaheen. So that concludes this long-winded misery. And again, thank you very much for your patience and understanding under my circumstances, the conditions I worked with. I made things right. I corrected everything. And yeah, congratulations to King Sue, which is a finalist. And congratulations to Pepe Le Pow. So this is your 2 finalists right here. I'll play that on one final video. And Pepe Le Pow, out of fairness, will be placed automatically at the world title. And it may be fair. So thank you for watching, and see you on the next one. Take care.